Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at the link. On the return, Britton Covey. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts throwing again. He's on the move. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down throwing for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by A.J.
Let's go,
Terrell.
AJ.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him, backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. From the shotgun, Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Thrown on the run, brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. All right, still score. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Falcons get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd down, Robinson. Stiff arm success. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the
My boy is
races.
straight dog, bro. My boy is
For the
straight
pylon, and that's a
dog.
touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points
My
on
boy
the
is
ensuing
straight dog.
drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
My boy is straight dog.
Wow, just
for that one.
sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Let's go, AJ.
And the Falcons get it back after making their
Caught that off his
first
back.
half interception. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, Ray!
The Falcons pull out in front for
Let's
their 13th zip.
go!
Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he's looking to throw.
Give me that. I told you I needed back.
Again.
Man, give me that. Come here, fat boy.
And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. So it'll be 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about.
And they pick him up
come on,
again.
bro.
Space on the right, he's got room. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Coup on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick 6. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That pass complete to Goddard. We'll have him gain about a handful there. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 41. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Here's Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 17. And they pick him off again! Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. Penix now to throw. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Big gain downfield.
Oh, my God.
Down the left sideline. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get 4 points to end a lopsided first half. Drake London with the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now they face 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone he had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. Here's Robinson up the middle. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Penix here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he's taken down at the 30.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
3rd down give to Robinson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Throwing Penix. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. A toss now to Robinson. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play. Second and 6 coming up here. Staying with Robinson. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Running left is Robinson. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Quick throw right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from near his own goal line. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This one finds Goddard, and he'll get them enough for a first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons take over after returning it inside the red zone.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when...
GG's.